This is how it's gonna be, I think. If only I had words to say, I don't really. What else? What might be on my mind? I'm really trying to process that. So, hey, I'm speaking to you again. We're talking again. I'm thinking about what to get from the store down the street. There's a lot of things here that are $3.99 and a lot of buy one get one. I don't know what buy one get one means. I mean, what do you get? What are you getting and what's the price? Because I mean, it doesn't say free. You know, you normally expect it to say free, but on these, it's like, you know, I guess it's kind of low res. What do I say? I mean, I don't. Talking. I guess last time when I spoke like this, I was saying how I was having trouble with words, you know, just trouble writing and not really getting much out of reading, and still kind of the same, which is not good. Yeah, I just haven't. It's like I was able to write like a little bit last week, and you know that led to some exaggeration thing that I had been working on for a bit, and I mean I finished that. It's done, but yeah, I mean that's it. It wasn't like, I know, it was like very quick. It wasn't long lasting. Normally it would be nice to have something like, you know, I get to really work on for a while, but it's in my mind it's like, okay, I have to do this thing by Saturday. It's like, okay, every Saturday I have to keep up this schedule. Maybe technically I don't, but I want to. I don't know, maybe that's not the wisest thing. I don't really know. I really don't know. What else did I mean, struggling with reading. I've been starting, whoa, what did I just do? Hopefully I didn't unplug. I've been doing a lot of just like getting to 50% of a book and then dropping it. I read like 50% of Insomnia, and I dropped it. I read like 5% of Cell, and I dropped it. I read 50% of this other book, and I just dropped it. I just have been having a lot of trouble staying, like, just enjoying something. It's like I'll read fiction, I'll read science fiction, or I'll just read information. It's just like none of it's ticking. So it's like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? So I'm trying another book, and if I just get to the point of dropping it 50%, or I don't even feel like I'm gonna get there, I'm just gonna reread books that I already know are good and I enjoy. Because it's, at this point, it's kind of just like terrible. It's just terrible if like I'm like not enjoying the reading, and I'm like trying to read anyway, and then it's like I drop it and I try something else and I do the same thing and I repeat that process, and it's like, when am I actually going to be able to enjoy something? You know, I guess that's something general I could apply to my life, but it's just, yeah, I mean, reading has been a struggle along with writing, because for me it seems like reading, as long as I'm reading, then I can get writing. That's just my process. But if that's not happening, then, you know, it kind of sucks. And then there's just like the days where I just didn't read at all because it's like I thought about reading and it sounded terrible, so I'd rather just not read. I guess if I want to go on about what else I was spending my time on, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, which is not something I'm exactly proud of. I mean, it's not been terrible, but it's been like I have, you know, a finite amount of time where this is like free time. You know, I have this free time and this is available to me and I have to take advantage of that. But in response, I'm playing Minecraft. You know, it's kind of odd, weird, unusual. But it's, I mean, I say that, but I also just like have not felt the strength to do more than that. Because Minecraft is like, it doesn't require much thinking. It's like I'm clicking. That's it. It's like I'm not internalizing information. I'm not trying to apply anything. I guess maybe something that's not been terrible has been just bass. Bass has been good. I've been enjoying that. Because words are tiring, something that doesn't require words then becomes something I'm interested in. So I've gravitated towards that, and it's been relatively good. A mix of playing around, Bach, and practice, which is okay. It's been okay, just okay. It's like not, it's not like amazing or anything, but it's nice. It's something. I guess computer stuff. There's been computer things I did. I don't know. I'm using like Mac OS for the most part, and it's been good. It's been very good, which is kind of surprising because it's on the Hackintosh. So, I mean, the performance is good. Everything I want it to do is good. There's some problems, like hibernation doesn't work and I can't put it to sleep, so that kind of sucks, but other than that, it's like not a problem, because I can comfortably shut my computer down and just open all my windows again, because it opens all my windows and I'm like back to where I was working. Unlike Windows, because if I shut the computer down on Windows, that doesn't happen. And it doesn't even, like on Mac OS, it literally remembers where each window is. On my 2 monitors, Windows literally can't even handle that. On Windows 11, they said they fixed it, but on Windows 11, when I used it, it didn't work. So, that's kind of it. I'm trying to think of there was like this one thing where I had problems with my NAS, but that's been solved. I think maybe something I might do is, because when I worked at Amazon, I was like, in my position, I was like able to grab stuff. I was just like allowed to, like I asked, like, hey, can I take this? I'm not gonna be any more specific than that. But yeah, and the answer is yes, and it's like, okay, well, by that, I got like a couple of electronics, and one of them is like an Intel NUC. So I have an Intel NUC, and I'm trying to think of a use for it, because it's just been like sitting there. And I think what I'm going to do is just install like some sort of, I think I had it listed in a document somewhere of like, use this application for music streaming, and I think I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put it on there, then I'll put my music on there, and then also just back up to my main drives, just so I have redundancy. But I think I'll use that, give that computer that use, which is kind of, I don't know if that's, it's kind of silly, but it's okay as well, because with TrueNAS, I swear, TrueNAS, I honestly don't like it, but I'm using it already. So I'm locked in. Like, for the most part, it's okay, but since I'm locked in, it's like it's over. Now I'm stuck using it. And so that sucks. But, I'll get the music stuff over there, and I'll put that on another computer, because I just have another computer, and then that should be okay. Otherwise there hasn't really been any computer things, because I don't really want to. Try not to. I guess one thing I did, at the job I had, we got like super old iPads, but they were like iCloud locked, and it was like, otherwise they're gonna be thrown out, they're just gonna be added to our e-waste pile. So I was like, oh, can I take these? And the answer is yes. So it's like, okay, I take them. It's like, okay, well, now I've realized they're locked. What do I do? What do I do in response to this? And it's like, for a while, maybe the first or second day, I tinkered super hardcore trying to get to work, and I got one kind of open, but it was terrible. And I mention this because it was like, okay, I had to use macOS High Sierra in order to use someone's weird software in order to do this, but I'm pretty sure it's malware. So on that computer, I just wiped it and installed a fresh new High Sierra. I guess that's something I did. I guess I've been talking a little bit more than I normally would. I've been talking to people, and that's been okay. It's not been terrible. Normally it's very terrible. Normally it's I feel like I'm just always at a loss, an energy loss. I'm expending energy and I'm getting literally nothing. But, recently it hasn't been too terrible. It's been I get a little bit, which has been nice. But of course it's not totally, I would prefer using my time in a different way, really. I understand there needs to be a balance, but it's for me, it's what do I have besides writing? It's I really don't have anything. And it's I've tried the other things, it's okay, drawing and music, right? Those two things. It's I haven't drawn in months, and it's I have zero interest to. I don't feel it in me to draw at all. And that's okay. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but it's like, okay, well, here's the other thing that might have been, but it's not. And then I guess music is still there, but it's not, it's still limited. It's still super limited. It's just because it's just so much, it's just like indefinite amounts of practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. And it's like, okay, that's cool if I'm getting something out of it, but if I'm not, then what's the point? I guess I really haven't been learning anything either. I haven't been learning anything, which is weird because normally that'd be something I'm doing all the time. I'm always trying to learn something. I guess kind of I'm doing that a little bit with bass, but I mean, like it's really not that much. When you think about it, it's like, okay, I'm learning a song. Even if it's like complex, it's like, that's all I'm doing. Normally it'd be like that, and then something else, and then something else, but there's nothing else. And the worrisome thing is that in the past it was like, oh, I needed to learn this. I want to learn this so I can do this, and then I did. But I don't have that. It's like, I don't want to learn anything. There's nothing that I'm like, oh man, I really want to learn this, which is kind of upsetting because, I mean, I thought it was good to learn and then do something with that, but it just hasn't been present in me at all. And I don't know if it's because it's been a long time since I was kind of in that mindset, because 3 months of like, you know, you turn your brain off, I guess there's going to be some sort of, like I'm not going to be who I was prior to that, and and even if I want to get there, it's going to take a while. I don't even know. I mean, it was so good before. I just like remember like things being good, but now it's like super distant to me, which is very upsetting. Like I can faintly remember just like doing things that I just haven't done. It's like I can think about doing it and it just never happens. It's like meditating every day. It's like trying to acknowledge myself every day. I'm like trying to acknowledge parts of myself that I normally wouldn't every day. And I'm trying to love myself every day, but I'm totally distant from that now. It's like I don't understand that person's mindset or why they were doing that or how they even got there, because it's just so far from me now. I was getting good. I was, definitely healing, and then it's just like I feel like I've taken so many steps back. I feel like I've taken many steps back. And it's like I'm trying anyway. I'm really trying with some things, and it's, when you try on those things and you continually don't succeed, it's like if you don't get anything out of doing anything, why would you do anything? You don't do anything. So that's the question I ask myself every time. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing anything? Because if I'm not getting anything out of it, then either I have to just stop doing things, or just like find the thing that's somehow going to give me something. And of course, there's always the, oh yeah, you have to get to a certain point and then it gives you something. And it's like, but what about the me now? It's like the me now is like starved. It's like you're like starving. You're starving to death, and then someone walks past you and they're like, oh yeah, you just have to go. It's only like a couple more hours. It's like you're starving to death. You're like on the ground. And it's like, oh yeah, you just have to go a little bit farther. It's like, okay, well that's really helpful. Thanks. It's like, okay, well how do I get there? How am I gonna get there? Is that no one's gonna bring me? No, it's just me. So, unless someone walks by and, gives me some water and food, I'm fucked. And it doesn't even have to be a person. I can say person, but I just mean like something. Something is presented to me and I wasn't really my choice. And then it's like, okay, this is enough to rejuvenate me and push me forward. And maybe you would think like the time like where I'm just like not really doing anything like now, like that would be the, I'm like rejuvenating, but it's not happening. It's not happening. Doing less is not helping. And obviously time is just passing incredibly quickly. And since time is passing so quickly, it's like, well, okay, There goes all my time, and now I'm going back to where I was before, where I'm just turning myself off, because what other choice do I have? Because I'm not privileged enough to, have time. That's just not for me. It's not for people like me, because most people are like me in that sense. They don't have time. They're allowed to have time, which is terrible. I mean, and I do everything I can to. I try everything I can to get closer to being someone who does. It just doesn't work very well. But I keep trying. And eventually I'm going to reach a point where I no longer try. Eventually I will give up. I mean, I don't know when I'll reach that point, but eventually it will have to happen. It has to happen. It's kind of relevant I played TF2 a little bit. I'd like not played TF2 at all. And it's like I'm like desperate. At this point I'm desperate. I need something. I need to try something. And I'm playing TF2. And at first it's okay. And then very quickly it stopped working. It stopped doing anything for me, which is terrible. It's now when I think about it, I can't think of it providing me anything, which is terrible. Because I mean, it would be nice to have something, right? Even if I were just like in a game, even if I were just playing a game and it felt like I was getting something out of it, that'd be okay. But if that's not happening, then it's like, okay, I gotta find something else. I could just try indefinite amounts of games. I'll just play different games and different games and different games. But that's not what I want to do. No. I don't want to play games. I know what I want to do, it's just that I'm cut off from those things. So I'm stuck trying to find something else. Let me do something else in order to work around this, because I don't have another choice. I remember for a while, this was while I was working, at least for the first month, I was like learning Japanese, but that just dropped off. It just stopped. Because after that, it was like I stopped. Like, I understand it was like stressful and difficult, but I just have stopped, and I'm so distant from it now that I wonder, like, why was I doing that? Like, I can conjure up rational reasons, but I don't feel anything at the thought of it. I don't feel like, oh yeah, I would enjoy that. I don't feel that. And maybe I just have to try a little bit, immerse myself again, but it's, any time that I'm like pushing, it's like painful. It's like, it's the thought of like pushing to any extent is just like, it sounds like suffering, which is not good, because I need to do that, because otherwise I'm staying at the same point forever, and I don't want to stay at the same point forever. But is that just my fate? No, I don't think so. But what if it is? I don't want to think about what ifs. For the past like 2 weeks have been bad, but maybe this one will be better. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm open to it, but it doesn't mean that's going to be what I receive. It's just, eventually you reach a point where so many things are beating you down, where it's like, what do? You can't do anything. At least I get out of bed. That's a success. Thankfully I'm able to get out of bed. But my mind has been totally blank, empty. It's like there's nothing in there. And sure, I'm like talking right now, but it's completely blank. There was only one night, which was incredibly weird. I had a very visual mind for some reason. I don't know why. Normally my mind is black, there's nothing in there. I'm empty. But that night, like, everything was, like I was immersing myself in memories, like very present there. And it was okay. I don't think there was much significance to those memories, but I was still thinking about them and feeling them and verbalizing them. And it was okay in that sense, and I kind of want to keep doing that, but I don't know, it's like, how did I get there in the first place? I don't really know. I kind of have some ideas, but it's still very distant. It's still very, I'm not totally connected. Of course, I have to poke and pry. However long ago it was, 4 months, 5 months, when I was drawing, kind of a lot, was it that long ago? Probably. My mind was definitely a lot more visual and vivid, and I was enjoying it. And kind of recently I wanted to get into that. I was like trying to read manga, and I read like Made in Abyss to the newest point, And then I was like, wow, I thought it was going to be finished or something, but it's not finished. So it's like, okay, that's it. And there's other things. I like downloaded Berserk to my ebook e-reader, sorry. And I was going to read that, but then it's like terrible. It's like whatever I downloaded sucks. It's like in Comic Sans, like the word. So it's like, okay, that's not happening. I can't do that. So I have to download something else. And if I do that, maybe that would be enjoyable. And maybe I should do that. I think that would be good. And I also have to acknowledge the fact that it's like, okay, well, I've also got these like 2 iPads. If I were able to actually get like one of them totally clear, then that would be cool. But it looks like I have to buy like this weird specific cable for some reason. And then through that, we would be a-okay, it would work. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it really would work, but it's like a $20 cable, which is, I don't know, it's just like, maybe. But it's like, why bother, you know, it's like at that point. I mean, the reason why I would do that is just like, okay, now I have this bigger screen, and I can look at media on this bigger screen, which might be good, but they're both super old. It's like, okay, well, you really can't do anything. You can browse the internet on Safari, that's it. Maybe I'm going to try and get into more music territory, because it seems to be giving me something, you know, I see something, but even if it's a little bit, you know, a little bit is better than nothing. When everything else gives you nothing, when you get a little bit out of something, it's like, wow, okay, this might be important, this might be relevant. So I'm trying to just get a little bit closer to that, and a little bit more attention towards that. It's just that by doing that, it's like, I say, oh, well, then I push, and then I'm losing attention from the writing and reading. And maybe that's true, but I'm not doing those things anyway. So for what point, what resistance is there? It's like, I want to get back to those things. I'm going to continually try. I'm going to try really hard. But for what reason won't I just, like, you know, get into more music territory? It doesn't even have to be bass. Like, I like bass. And I moved away from guitar because I found more comfort in bass, but it's like, what? Maybe I should play around on drums or piano or something. Like, why not? Why don't I do that? It's, you know, it's like this mind of like fear. I'm like, fear. It's like I'm always thinking about fear in reference to these things. I'm fearful of them. I don't know why. My friend gave me a theory on that, even though I haven't like verbalized exactly what I just said to him. But basically, he was telling me like, I'm afraid to, you know, feel my emotions. You know, I fear that through the instrument. You know, that's why I'm attracted to it. But I never go the extra step to, you know, just allow that to happen. And I think it's right. I think he's right, and it's very hard to get to that point, especially when, like I already mentioned, I was doing well, and then I distanced, got farther away. Now I have had like some good realizations, at least one, which is just kind of like my two-mindedness and one aspect of me like suppressing, and the other aspect of me is just kind of like developing a child or something, and the suppressor's more like a representation of my parents or something. And you know, it's like I'm working through, you know, getting mutual understanding between those two parts, because it's not like a personality thing. There's no difference in personality. Well, maybe not really, right? It's not really. It's not like a disorder or anything. It's just like my mind is, you know, not in a good place. I experience like a lot of, I guess it's weird to say or mention, but I experience like a lot of just like paranoia and anxiety just from past environments, and just like, it's, you know, that kind of stuff wears you down, even if it's just like in the background, you know. I mean it in the sense that, like, you know, there's just like a random noise in the background, and it's like, maybe it kind of had some resemblance of like a yell or a scream, like in a weird way. And to my mind, it's like, oh yeah, my mom is yelling right now, or my dad is yelling right now. And like, obviously that's irrational, it's insane. It's like weird paranoia, but you know, it's like not happening. It's not happening at all. It's just some noise. Or I hear my name being called, and I hate when that happens, and it happens so often, I don't know why. I'd really like for it to go away. That'd be very nice if it would just go away, but it doesn't. They're just like irrational fears. Like footsteps. When I hear footsteps, it's like, there's anxiety as a result of hearing footsteps, hearing people walk, which is crazy. I mean, like walk in a house. And it's like when I hear that, it's like, I shouldn't be feeling anything as a result of that, but I do. And maybe sometimes it's more strong and sometimes it's weaker, but even if it's faintly there, it's still wearing me down. And then when it's stronger, it's wearing me down a lot. I'm stopping what I'm doing because now it's like I'm focused on that because I feel fear. Maybe that will wrap this up. I mean, if times there might be an addition, I might add to this later. Who knows? When I'm not, just not today. I don't think today there will be anything additional, but you'll see if there will be more. If not, then this is it. But if so, then maybe tomorrow I'll ramble more and share that, and maybe it'll be good. Maybe not. I think we both have a general idea based on past patterns that what that will be, and then that's that. And then maybe one of these days I'll find the urgency to write, and I'll rush something out. But yeah, until then, goodbye.